distance. Deep in the tropical belt, the world's largest tree-borne fruit reaches maturity. This is the jackfruit. The raw
Harvesting these giants is heavy labor. Each fruit can weigh up to 100 pounds, requiring manual precision to harvest without damaging the skin.
Neston. For vegan meat alternatives, the fruit is harvested young and unripe. At this stage, the flesh is neutral and fibrous.
Every morning, 50,000 pounds of raw jackfruit arrive at the processing plant. Speed is essential to process the fruit while the texture remains firm.
Upon arrival, the load is weighed. This facility processes enough fruit daily to produce hundreds of thousands of plant-based meals.
The raw fruit is dumped into the intake bay. This chaotic mountain of spiky giant.
First, the tough outer skins are scrubbed clean. High-pressure water jets remove soil and debris gathered from the plantation floor. A sanitizing bath eliminates surface bacteria. Hygiene as the knife will soon drag surface contaminants. Inspectors check for external damage or overripeness. Only the firmest, greenest fruits make the cut for savory meat production.
To handle the tough, fibrous core, a hydraulic splitter cracks the fruit open. This reveals the pale, unripe flesh that will become the meat.
Jackfruit contains a natural latex sap that is incredibly sticky. Tools and machinery must be constantly lubricated with vegetable oil to prevent jamming.
The central core is too woody for consumption. Skilled workers carve it out manually to maximize the yield of the usable flesh.
Automated skinners shave off the spiky rind. This separates the edible interior from the tough, protective armor of the fruit.
The thick skins are collected for composting or biomass energy. In a sustainable plant, nothing goes to waste.
The peeled fruit is chopped into manageable chunks. This exposes the internal structure, making it easier to separate the seeds.
Thousands of pounds of cleaned, seedless chunks accumulate in the hopper. At this stage, the visual similarity to raw poultry is already striking.
The fruit enters a continuous steam blancher. Heat softens the tough fibers and deactivates enzymes that could spoil the flavor.
Inside, the fruit is steamed at precise temperatures. This relaxes the fibrous structure, preparing it for the shredding process.
A cold water quench stops the cooking immediately. This maintains the meaty bite, preventing the fruit from turning into mush.
Vibrating shakers remove excess water. To absorb the marinade later, the fruit needs to be relatively dry.
This is the transformative moment. Specialized blunt blades pull the fruit apart rather than cutting it, mimicking the texture of slow-cooked muscle fibers.
The unique physiology of the jackfruit creates these long, stringy fibers. It is nature's perfect mimic for pulled meat.
Emerging from the shredder, the fruit has lost all resemblance to a plant. It is now a neutral, fibrous base, ready for flavoring.
Before flavoring, the fibers pass through sensitive metal detectors. This ensures no fragments from the shredding blades have contaminated the batch.
Receipts. In the spice room, a proprietary blend of smoked paprika, garlic, and spices is prepared.
Huge vats of tangy BBQ sauce are simmered nearby. The sauce provides the color, moisture, and savory profile of the final dish. The shredded fruit is loaded into massive vacuum tumblers. These machines use negative pressure to pull the marinade deep into the fibers. The sauce is pumped in as the drum rotates. Under vacuum, the fruit's pores open up, drinking in the flavor instantly.
Tumbling ensures every strand is coated. The mechanical action also tenderizes the fibers further, improving the chew.
The result is uncanny. Visually indistinguishable from slow-roasted pork, the jackfruit has absorbed the sauce and taken on a savory identity.
To fuse the flavors, the mixture is simmered in steam-jacketed kettles. This cooks the raw spices and thickens the sauce.
Slow simmering allows the natural sugars in the sauce to caramelize, deepening the flavor profile.
Quality control checks the viscosity. The sauce must be thick enough to cling to the meat, not run off.
The finished product moves to the packaging line. It must remain hot to flow smoothly through the filling nozzles.
High-speed form-fill seal machines create the pouches from a roll of film. This is the industry standard for shelf-stable wet foods.
Piston fillers inject a precise weight of product into each pouch. The seal is applied instantly, trapping the heat and flavor inside.
Thermal cameras inspect the seals. A compromised seal would lead to spoilage, so integrity checks are 100% automated.
To make the product shelf-stable without preservatives, The pouches are loaded into retort trays for sterilization.
The pouches enter the retort. High pressure and temperature sterilize the contents, allowing the product to be stored at room temperature for years.
After sterilization, a rapid cooling cycle prevents overcooking. The vacuum seal tightens as the contents contract.
Air knives strip away external moisture. The pouches must be perfectly dry before they are packed into cardboard cartons.
X-ray inspection looks through the packaging. It checks for physical contaminants like stone or metal that could have slipped through earlier. Check weighers ensure legal compliance. Any pouch that is even a few grams underfilled is automatically rejected from the line. Cartoning machines erect the retail boxes. Automation handles thousands of units per hour with zero fatigue. Robotic arms insert the pouches. The packaging protects the flexible pouch and provides a billboard for the brand. Retail units are packed into shipping cases. These sturdy boxes are designed to withstand the global logistics chain. Every case is labeled and coded. This allows the factory to track the product from the farm to the supermarket shelf. Automatic palletizers build perfectly stable stacks. This heavy lifting is now done entirely by machines. Stretch wrapping locks the cases together. This prevents the stack from toppling during its journey in the back of a truck. The finished goods enter the warehouse. This facility stores weeks of production, ready to meet spikes in global demand.
Sensory panels taste test every batch. Machines can measure viscosity, but only a human can judge the meaty texture and flavor balance.
Texture analyzers measure the bite force required to chew the product. It must match the resistance of cooked meat to satisfy the consumer.
Hygiene is paramount. Between shifts, the entire line is foamed and rinsed to prevent cross-contamination. The tons of waste skins are not discarded. They fuel biomass boilers, generating the steam used to blanch and cook the fruit.
Advanced water filtration to recycle its wash water, significantly reducing its environmental footprint.
Even the seeds have value. Roasted and salted, they become a nutritious snack similar to chestnuts.
To keep up with the plant-based boom, the facility runs 24 hours a day, processing fruit around the clock.
Finished pallets are loaded onto trucks. They are destined for distribution centers across the continent. For international markets, shelf-stable pouches are perfect. They travel by sea to Europe and the Americas.
At the supermarket, the jackfruit sits alongside other meat alternatives. It offers a whole food option in a processed category.
In restaurants, chefs value the consistency. It heats up in minutes, ready for Taco Tuesdays or BBQ sandwiches.
And plated on a toasted bun with slaw, the transformation is complete. Visually, it is indistinguishable from traditional pulled pork.
The pull test reveals the secret. The fibrous structure of the fruit mimics the muscle strands of slow-cooked meat perfectly.
For the consumer, it delivers the savory, smoky satisfaction of BBQ, entirely from plants.
Under a microscope, the structural similarities between the fruit fiber and muscle fiber explain why this mimicry works so well.
Nutritionally, it offers high fiber and zero cholesterol, appealing to health-conscious consumers.
Back in the orchard, the next generation of fruit is already growing. This sustainable crop requires little water and no pesticides. This facility represents a new era of food production. Industrial scale meeting sustainable agriculture. As the shift ends, the cleaning crew prepares the line for tomorrow. The standard of hygiene is as high as any meat plant. Spare shredding blades are kept ready. Maintaining their edge is crucial for achieving the perfect pulled texture.
Packaging waste is baled and recycled. Minimizing landfill impact is a core value of the plant-based industry.
Dawn breaks. A new fleet of trucks is ready to distribute the product to a hungry world. Ingredients like sauce and spices are replenished daily. The logistics of incoming supplies is just as complex as the outgoing product.
Speed, precision, and hygiene. These are the pillars of modern food manufacturing.
This single pouch represents the culmination of agriculture, engineering, and culinary science. Convenient, sustainable, and delicious. It is ready to eat in minutes.
The hypnotic shredding of the jackfruit. A plant-based miracle of modern production.